The following picture gives information about electricity. The left-hand side they provide the number is 220 until 340, and the bottom side is the month from January from December, and the lowest one I can see is March, and the highest one is January is 340, and the middle one is around like 210 300. It's between that April to October. In conclusion, the chart is quite informative and interesting.
This graph gives information about the monthly electricity uses over a year. On x-axis, we have the number of months started from Jan to December. On the y-axis, we have the number of units which are consumed, which is 220 to 340. The highest value was recorded on the month of April, which is around 340 units are consumed, and the lowest value was recorded in the 250 units, which is are used in the March. The second highest value was consumed in the 250, which is about in October. The overall highest value was recorded in 350, and the minimum value was recorded in 220. This is very informative picture.
The given information about monthly electricity usage over a year. On x-axis, months are present starting from January till December. On y-axis, electricity usage are there. In March, there is a sharp decline in electricity usage, mainly because of the changing of weather, which is around 210 electricity usage. Meanwhile, in January, the electricity usage was the highest, that is around somewhere between 320 and 340, mainly because of the winter season that is making it cold. In short, that gives information about monthly electricity usage.
The graph below talks about the monthly electricity usage over a year, and the y-axis talks about the electricity usage, whereas the x-axis talks about the month. We can see that from the graph that it is clearly shown that the month in which the highest number of electricity is used in the month of May, and the least amount of electricity used is in the month of March. Overall, the graph talks about the monthly electricity usage over a year, that is over 12 months.
The light table shows monthly electricity usage over a year. There are some items include January, February, March, April, and May. As can be seen, the highest number is nearly 340, which belong to May, but the lowest number is 210, which belong to March, followed by June, September, and November. Half the number are 218, 300, 320. In conclusion, the table is about monthly electricity usage over a year.
The given bar graph provides information about monthly electricity usage over a year in electricity usage units. From the graph on the x-axis, we have different months of the years ranging from January to December. On the y-axis, we have different units from 220 to 340. From the graph, it is evident that the maximum value is covered in May, which is around 340. On the graph, we can also see that the least value is 200, which is in the month of March. Overall, this graph provides good information about monthly electricity usage over a year.
The image gives information about line graph. The primary feature of the image is monthly electricity usage over a year. Firstly, it shows information about months like January, February, March till December on x-axis. Moreover, it gives information about electricity usage in kilowatt from 220 to 340 on y-axis. The highest element is of January month, which is up to 330, and the least element is of March month, which is 210. The line graph is depicted in blue color. Line is depicted by blue color, and it is increasingly also and decreasingly also. Overall information is about monthly electricity usage over.
The given picture is line graph, which gives information about monthly electricity uses over a year. The highlighting point of the picture is electricity uses in kilowatt and month. Firstly, it provides detail about electricity uses from 0 to 340 and month from January, February, March, April, May, June to December is given in the pictures. We can see the fluctuation of monthly electricity uses over a year in the pictures, which is denoted by the blue color. Overall, the pictures is informative. The graph gives information about monthly electricity usage over a year. The highest is in the April, that is almost around 355, and the lowest is in the March, that is around 215, is almost close. The horizontal line is showing the month, that is from January to December. Vertical line is showing 222 to 340 number, that is electricity usage, that is in kilowatt hour. The image gives very insignificant information about electric consumption, that is going high to low, mostly low in the March, whereas the highest in the month of almost May and June. The lecture is very informative.
The above line graph gives information about monthly electricity uses over a year. In this picture, y-axis represents electricity uses kilowatt commencing from 220 to 340, and x-axis represents month from January to December. In this picture, line graph is in blue in color, which is starting from January above 320 and declining in form in March is less than 220, and it is increasing in forms is in May, and its last ending point is in December, which is declining in point is less than 322. Overall picture gives information about monthly electricity uses over a year.
The line chart represents information about monthly electricity usage over a year, where on the x-axis we can see the months and on the y-axis we can see the electricity usage. The words that I have observed in the chart is Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And the number that I have noticed in the chart is 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, where the highest number is 340 and the lowest number is 220. The color that are highlighted in the chart is blue color, black color, while the background is in white color. That's all I can talk from this image.
This line chart gives information about monthly electricity usage over a year. It also shows different numbers such as 240 and 280. The highest number is 340, which is related to May, but the lowest value 220, which is related to March. In addition to this information, you may notice that August and September. Finally, I can see November and December.
This line chart gives information about monthly electricity usage over a year. From the picture, we can see in June the value is 280. In July, the number is higher, which is 330. The highest usage is in May, around 340, and the lowest one is in March, just 210. There are many other months such as August, October, and December. To sum up, the graph tells about monthly electricity usage.
The topic of this picture is about monthly electricity usage over a year. We can see that the first largest number is 340. In this picture, we can find that 320 is the second largest number. Additionally, we believe that 300 is the smallest number. Furthermore, we can find that 280 is larger than 260. In conclusion, the picture is about monthly electricity usage over a year.
The picture provided is a line graph that provides information about monthly electricity usage over a year. It can be noted that during January, this is the highest proportion with over 320 kilowatts per hour of electricity usage. And it can be noted also that the lowest proportion is for the month of March, under 220 kilometer per hour. Overall, the picture provided information monthly electricity usage.